Wealth Wednesday here on Morning Mix. Getting married is a wonderful and exciting time, and it can be pretty expensive too. Don't let the vow till death do us part become a legit thing when planning the finances for your wedding.
We're joined by certified financial planner Will Rogers to talk about planning a wedding that works for your taste and your wallet.
Exactly.
Yes, and I'm excited and scared to talk about this. Where I kind of come up with topics about a month in advance. Just a couple weeks ago, our son proposed to his girlfriend.
Oh.
And so this got real. And I'm like, oh, okay. He still won't listen to a word we're saying today.
Well, I was going to say, did you practice the questions on him? But
he doesn't want to hear what I got to say.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Baxter.
Okay,
Yeah, you know I'm stressed.
Well, people at home need to hear what you have to say, Will. So let's just talk about the big question first, about how much are weddings costing nowadays?
The average is like $36,000.
Wow.
$36,000. Wow. But what blows my mind is the average guest spends over $600 just getting there, and clothing and accommodations and yeah.
And that's conservative, even if it's a destination wedding as well.
Oh, yeah, no, and our son is talking a destination wedding, so those numbers are yeah.
Well, since we're talking about that, how do you keep, not unlike Baxter, how do you keep these things under control?
The biggest thing is to start with real good conversation and discuss the expectations. What do you have? What does your future spouse have in mind? And what are the really important things? And if you're a parent, if you've got expectations, you want to talk openly about what those expectations are. Now, understand, this is your children's celebration of their marriage, and you need to respect that. But if there's something that you're going to be carrying with you, you need to get it out there, put it out in the universe, and then move on.
Okay, so speaking of all this money, let's just talk about one of the most expensive things about a wedding. We were saying location.
Yes.
And nowadays, you're saying your son wants to do destination. I'm going to a destination wedding next month. So this is really popular right now.
Right. So as you're looking at the destination, the venues that you can have, and where is a family going to be? So as you're looking at, are they coming in? Do they have a place to stay? And then the reception. The reception drives so much of the cost of this. So as you're looking at the cost per plate and the venue itself and all these things, they add up fast.
And speaking of the guest list, that drives a lot of the cost up too, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. And if you're going to have a small wedding with a dozen folks or a big wedding with a few hundred, the guest list is huge, and that it just multiplies everything. And then you got the catering, the beverages, you've got the mail outs and the save the dates and the weddings. And it's real simple. The larger the guest list, the more expensive the wedding.
Sure. You're going to need more of everything is what it sounds like when you have more people. Let's talk about who's covering the bill, right? Traditionally, this seems to be changing.
It is. It's really changing. And this is something that I keep coming back to have an open conversation about what's going on, but that's really key to it. And if there's another well-wisher, somebody in the family or friend that's putting some money up, be really clear if there's any expectations that go with that check. You need to know, are there strings that come with it? And being clear up front can eliminate any awkwardness. There's just some dynamics going on with our own family that I was really proud of our son talking to me about some folks that he's like, does it work to have them in there? And I'm like, here's how you can have that conversation with them. And so wanting to be respectful with that person, but as he's thinking a destination wedding, and he knew this person in the family really didn't have the means to get there, and so he's like, you didn't want to put him in a spot, didn't want to not invite him. How do you address all of that? And so he had a great conversation.
And it really comes down to how comfortable a person is to how much they contribute, right?
Right. And as you're having this celebration, really creating something where nobody's obligated to make these contributions, have the budget that you and your spouse or the family can afford, and then decide what's most important. This really is a start of a life. You don't want to be paying on your wedding on your 10th wedding anniversary. You know, you should not be financing.
It shouldn't be like a student loan.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. It should not. And so having that, and it really is a celebration of two people coming together, proclaiming their love in front of God and their family, and beyond that, it's just window dressing.
So it sounds like you really just need to sit down with your partner and have these discussions, right?
Yes,
I mean, before you even walk down the aisle, just so we're all on the same page here, and we keep the number where we need to keep it.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Low.
you know, one of the things that I was told, the most important person at the wedding is the bride. The second most important person at the wedding is the bride's mother. And so just guys, keep that in mind. Know your place.
Good to know. Good to know. Check
It's
out
their
on
special day too. I will say that, and I'm a woman. You know, you're very important too. Will, we appreciate it very much. If you want more information from Will, we have his info right there on your screen. You can give that number a call, and wrogers.info is where you can go to.
And Baxter can help you too.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Baxter.
Baxter's looking like Falcor from Never Ending Story right now, the
Speaking
way
of
he's trying to
weddings,
fly.
Dogs are now a part of weddings, though.
Tell me I'm wrong, Tim.